Touchdown, Reggie Wayne. 14-7 Eric at intermission.
We tell the quarterback to throw it as far as he can. We try to tip in the air and somebody, try to get it. That Cordell Stewart play.
Yeah, sure, Billy North feels good about that play, but Henry Rando, I'm telling you, he's as hot as the EJ sign right now.
You got to either catch the ball or knock it down. Tap it up. This isn't a volleyball game, okay?
The message got through. Fourth quarter, minute to go. Mims finds a wide-open Sean Fagan to make it 14-13. EJ goes for two, and Sullivan Turner with the game-winning grab. Errett loses its first district game, 15-14, the final score. Rich Lenz for the Channel 6 Game of the Week.
And at West Jefferson Stadium, Bonneville and West Jeff. West Jeff with the lead in the district, but Keoki Davis goes 43 yards for the Bruins to make it 6-0 Bonneville. Then, for Bonneville, it was Derek Williams up top to James Jordan. Watch the nice little 53 yards and a touch. Bonneville upsets West Jeff 38-34. Now three teams tied for the lead in the district, Bonneville, West Jeff, and Errett. Battle for first place in District 11-2A. Newman versus St. Martin's. Manock Walmsley. Look at the nice little spin on the scramble, and you'll hit Brian Turner for yardage down into Saints territory. St. Martin, not New Orleans Saints. That's Will Bishop with the nice run. Short gain, taking it to the 11. Field goal by Jason Keck. He had two on the night. 28-0. Newman defeats St. Martin, and they lead in District 11-2A at the Superdome. It was West St. John taking on Kennedy, number 22. Dwayne Thomas bounces around in the middle of the Cougar defense, keeps his balance, and goes 60 yards for the score. The Rams jumped out to a 14-0 lead. Single A West St. John does away with 5A Kennedy, 36-14. The Tarpons of Forche remain undefeated. They took on Easton this afternoon at Pan Am. Sharp breaks through to sack the Easton quarterback. He fumbles, and the Tarpons recover in Eagle territory. From there, it's Everett Williams covering 28 yards for the touchdown. Forche shuts out Easton 20-0. They are a perfect 7-0 on this season. Harvard comes up with a win over Chalmette by 10, 25-15. Salmon continues to roll 32-6 over North Shore. And it was Newman, 28, St. Martin's, nothing. And other scores,
St. Martin's on the first play of the game, they had some bad luck as the Greenies came out looking to win this one. First play again from scrimmage, Shane Borer throws it, and Jason Kemp is there to pick it off. And that gave Newman very good field position. And later, David Holmes will score from 4 yards out. Holmes does it, and Newman led 7-0. And Newman goes to 6-1 on the year. They beat St. Martin's 28-0. St. Martin's falls to 4-3. Take a break, but there's still a lot more to come, including that battle in Hahnville.
LSU, and he's exhibited his work for over 20 years. His paintings are in private and public collections.
Explosions. Join
and
Hello, I'm just one of the 65,000 Americans
who are part of the Goodyear Tire and Rubber Company.
We make the tires people choose more than any.
This is an exclusive presentation of WGNO Sports. Friday Night Football with WGNO Sports Director Ed Daniels.
Hi, and welcome to Friday Night Football, Week 7. Who were the lucky ones tonight? Well, the ones who survived a night of upsets in Friday Night Football. We're fortunate to have the coach, J.T. Curtis, with us again, and your team survived tonight, but a lot didn't.
Ed, I am surprised at the upsets, but I'm telling you, parity is throughout this city. The playoff picture is going to be very interesting as this thing progresses.
And it clouded up tonight. We start tonight with a key district battle. Errett trying to get through clean to set up a Week 10 showdown with West Jeff. But first, the EJ Warriors would stand in the way, and they would have something to say about that tonight.
We're going to see Errett's going to strike first. Tank Coleman's going to keep the option keeper. 3 yards, touchdown, 7-0 Errett early.
East Jeff was driving, but Jared Mims is intercepted in the end zone by Corey Henderson. The defense comes up with the play, still 7-0 Errett.
EJ's got a nice drive here. They're right near the goal line, but Sean's going to fumble the football into the end zone. Errett's Jim Mathern's going to recover. Eric's hanging on 7-zip at this point.
But the Warriors coach finally make that next opportunity count. Off the play action. Mims to Tony Converse. Behind the secondary, a big play and a touchdown ties the game at 7.
Last play of the first half, we're going to see Eric right here getting ready. To the last play, they put Corey Henderson at quarterback. He's going to throw the deep Hail Mary, deep, 55 yards. Reggie Wayne's going to catch it. Touchdown, 14-7 for Eric. Should have been a big momentum builder for him, Ed.
But it wasn't. The second half and the game belonged to the Warriors behind the passing of Mims. 15-14. EJ over Eric. And surprise at West Jeff, Bonneville throws that district into a wild scene, 38-34 as they upset the Bucks. And in double overtime tonight, Mandeville over East St. John, 29-28. Over to Berman, your Patriots trying to contain Walker, Herbert, Tyler, and you do it by keeping the ball in home.
We kept the ball. We're going to see right here, Brad Cochran's going to break up the middle, 49 yards, all the way down to the Walker 16-yard line. 3 plays later, we're going to see Jonathan Wells take it in on a nice, hard physical run from the 13-yard line. Touchdown. We're playing really well right here, Ed.
And you contain Tyler. Scott Pritchard coming off your left outside spot there with the sack. It was yours 41-0 at half.
Here we go into the third quarter. We started the third quarter. Jeff comes out. He's going to have a nice option keeper, 17 yards down to the Walker 38-yard line. And I think we're going to see him come right back here with a nice pass across the middle. Going to hit James Powell in the crossing pattern, 38 yards for the touchdown, 47-0 at that point. Nice play by those two guys.
And it's 53-8 Curtis. You're working on your passing game, getting ready for the playoffs. Brilliant coaching. Covington 49, Riverdale 0, and Thibodaux tonight over Destrehan by 3, 20-21. Now the Jays and the Cavaliers, two old rivals. They met at Gormley.
Here we're going to see number 3 quarterback Paris Childress to 46. Guy Bumpus, 19 yards inside the Cavalier 5-yard line.
Next play, Randy Gibbons would score from 4 yards out. The Jays here with the hole and into the end zone, a 28-7 lead.
I'm going to tell you, the feature we did a couple of weeks ago on the Neely kid certainly is well-deserved. Like 46-yard field goal right before the half, make it 31-7 Jesuit. What an excellent kicker he is.
And with room to spare. Then the defense would take over. Ridge Bourgeois will sack Joel Taylor for a big loss.
De La Salle's playing hard. Now watch the De La Salle defense. Number 76, Nathaniel Dillard's going to get the sack for De La Salle to stop a Jesuit drive.
Cavaliers finally put it in the end zone. Joel Taylor to J.J. Devlin. 26 yards and a score. They play it competitive tonight, but it's Jesuits night at Gormley. 31-16. The Jays a winner. Number 1 St. James over Donaldsonville, 35-20, and a 1-point win for Terrebonne over Ellender, 7-6. From 1 win all of 93 to 4 this year. North Shore and Richard Buckley to be severely tested against Salmon.
Salmon's got a good football team. Dwayne Woods is going to fumble, and Ryan Fidel is going to recover for North Shore at the Spartan 5.
2 plays later, North Shore's Ron DePrio will score the touchdown. Only 13-6 Salmon at this point.
We're going to see Salmon quarterback Brandon Dale going to throw to Danny Marks for a nice 13-yard gain on a sloppy field.
And then that sets up the 4th and 5.
Big 4th and 5. Dale's going to keep it, run deep into North Shore territory for the first down. And then we're going to miss the touchdown, but they capped it off with a nice touchdown to make it 19-6 Salmon at that point.
Then the defense for Salmon comes up. They scoop it up. Greg Cousin will score for Salmon. A 25-6 lead at that point. 32-6 Salmon over North Shore. Poncha 39, Hammond 27, and in overtime, Bogalusa by a score of 12-9 over St. Paul's. Carr's Cougars in that 3A poll. They were visiting Pearl River tonight. And Joseph Robertson will be hit and dropped for a loss by the Rebels, Maurice Gillen.
We're going to see Pearl River's quarterback, Darrell Miller's screen pass to Clifton Hopkins is going to be stopped by Jimmy Ferguson for a big loss. Then the Cougars running back, Corey Gibbons, is going to take the pitch. Watch this nice run, 60 yards for the score. 7-0 Carr at that point.
Don Watney had to be happy about that. Now the Pearl River kicker, Luke Couture, will come back and put his team on the board. He'll drill a 40-yard field goal. It was only 7-3 Carr at the half in this game, but the Cougars went on to win at Pearl River, 27-11. Hannon 41, St. Bernard 0, and the Carver Rams beat the Chalmette Owls 25-15. The Newman Greenies improving rapidly. Figured to get a test against St. Martin's.
They really are. We're going to see Newman strike first, though. At number 25, David Holmes is going to run 12 yards for a first down. This is always a tough game. And we're going to see Holmes going to come right back and get the call again. Holmes is going to score from 3 yards out. Conversion good, 7-0 Newman.
Frank Gendusa has his team running the football in the after Peyton days. It's Holmes again for a huge gain, but then he'll fumble, and it got loose right before the knee touched the ground and the Saints recovered.
We're going to see Newman come back with another golden opportunity. Number 22, Will Bishop's going to run for 7 yards. Nice physically run down the 10-yard line.
And then, Coach, in a night of field goals, Hogan Carter says, don't forget about me. 29 yards, a 10-0 lead for Newman at the half, and the Greenies win 28-0 over St. Martin's. Riverside 35, Laranger 13, in a big upset. The Comets of St. over Varnado, 7-6. Those Varnado Wildcats were 6-0 heading into the night. We'll go up to Washington Parish in a minute to check them out, but first the 5A top 10 statewide as we continue on Friday Night Football.
Lots of excitement.
And so much more. Stay tuned for Friday Night Football on WGNO 26. Go Spartans!
Friday Night Football, brought to you by McDonald's, where what you want is what you get. Gatorade Thirst Quencher. Nothing quenches that deep down body thirst like Gatorade. By Popeye.
Order fries and a small Coke, all for just $1.39. The All-American Meal, just $1.39 every day.
Now buy any McDonald's Extra Value Meal and for 39 cents more, supersize it for more fries and more drink. And get a super ticket that could win you one of 200 Super Bowl trips for 2.
Free Super Bowl tickets?
Yeah, where's the sport in that?
First in line for supersized.
Most things aren't big enough to handle 7 feet 2 inches.
And I ordered the big breakfast.
How does that feel?
Oh, watch your head, Mr. O'Neill.
There is one notable exception. The Big Slam from Pepsi. A bigger Pepsi for bigger thirsts.
Ain't life grand?
You got the right one, Louisiana.
Welcome back to Friday Night Football. Varnado, Tulane basketball fans know of the town. LSU hoops fans too. Varnado made its name in basketball, but that is changing, and the town is excited again about Friday nights in the fall.
15 minutes north of Bogalusa on Highway 21 sits Varnado. Two famous alums are Tulane's Kim Lewis and LSU's Lanier Burns, teammates in the school's greatest athletic achievement.
Sit.
This basketball school is buzzing about its football team. The Wildcats are off to a 6-0 start. Coach Greg Brumfield throws in some X's and O's and lots of Dale Carnegie.
All right, right there. Good job. Good job. Okay, let's everybody around up here. Let's go. Everybody loves a winner, and nobody loves a loser. You know, I don't think a loser really loves himself a lot, though. We're going to load the gun, okay, and we're going to run an inside wham.
Load the gun right inside wham. Center, ready.
I just hope that our heads don't swell up. Good job right there. Need to be a little bit tighter there now, Rand.
New assistants have pumped some life into the program, too. It also helps to have quarterback Kelvin May, who's thrown for 1,000+ yards and 12 touchdowns. He's got the whole town excited, and Dad Elvin beaming.
Oh, Lord, that's my pride. That's my pride. I tell you what, you should have saw that game last Friday night.
Elvin May's quite a sportsman, too, fishing his 2 stocked ponds, running softball tournaments from the lighted field behind the house. When the Wildcats play at home, Mr. May's lounge next door fills with football fans.
We got just one hard game, I know, Lorenzo. That's the only game that I got any doubt about.
From Mom, Kelvin gets persistence. Barbara May was determined to reel in one of those big catfish. They teased us, but never did bite.
Well, I tell you, we have a quarterback club, and it's growing. it's growing.
Each day, fans can get a glimpse of their team practicing along Highway 21. Every so often, you can look out on the road and get distracted. But not these Wildcats. Opponents will find them to be all business.
Coach, I know it takes athletes to win, but this team really, through the first 7 weeks, has really rallied together. And they have a camaraderie, a spirit, I think, that translates into W's, right?
And that's what's happened in that little town. That is great for that community. It's good to see that happen to a team like Varnadoa. The town, the community deserve that kind of excitement.
And they sure are excited. We'll go to Hunt about excitement to check on those #1 Tigers. And to Thibodaux we go as we continue on Friday Night Football.
Next on Saint Sideline, highlights from the Chargers. We'll continue our close-up look at head coach Jim Mora. We'll talk with 2 Chargers coming home to play in the Dome. And on the bench with Buford Jordan.
Monday at 6:30 on WGNO 26.
Only Popeyes could bring you this New Orleans original, introducing jambalaya. That's right, jambalaya. This hearty dish has been a Big Easy favorite for generations. It's loaded with slices of spicy andouille sausage and fluffy rice, all in a specially seasoned tomato sauce. So try Popeye's new jambalaya. You'll be back for more, and more, and more. Now get 10 pieces, 4 biscuits, and 16 ounces of our new jambalaya for just $9.99. Popeyes.
Excuse me, Shani. Ow.
In the NFL, there's only one sports drink, and it's gotta be Gatorade.
You get off this case or you don't come home.
Tom Berenger, Mimi Rogers, Someone to Watch Over Me. Saturday at 2.
Welcome back to Friday Night Football. Ed Daniels and the coach, J.T. Curtis, slow down Hahnville. Tough task for South Lafourche, and Hahnville had more incentive tonight. The Tigers trying to protect their 5A state #1 ranking. The Tarpons and the Tigers in booty.
Well, we're going to see Hahnville up 30-0 in the third quarter. Tarpons' Jamie Batto keeps it for a 9-yard gain.
But the Hahnville defense does not like to give up points. Cortell Davis with the big hit for the purple game.
Clifton White, who's done a really nice job for Hahnville, hits number 87, Michael Joyce, for a nice 11-yard gain. I think he's really going to make their football team.
And they have another Guidry who's kicking. It's not Quinn, but Whalen. A 36-yard field goal and a 33-0 Hahnville lead at that point.
And I'm going to tell you, Whalen's not finished. Whalen's the quarterback of the future at Hahnville. Here he has a nice run, 10 yards. For a nice gain. He got a little late hit there, too. Add a little something on to the 10-yard gain. He'll count it in the stats, I'm sure.
And a little spice as Hahnville beats South Lafourche 40-0. Central Lafourche over Assumption by 6. South Terrebonne beat Bourgeois 13-12. Now Hahnville forward to next week's St. Charles Parish Showdown at Destroyne.
think it probably have a way of saying who's going to be the district champ. I think it's going to have a way of saying who's going to be the district championship. So, I mean, that's definitely. I really believe that. We don't even think about the state playoffs until after district. And, you know, we got a big game next week, and we got to go over there and take care of business at a tough place to play.
Tough place to play, and everybody in St. Charles Parish and then some will be there. Now, down the bayou tonight, it was E.D. White's running against Tim Detillier, his trick plays, and his Lutcher Bulldogs. To Thibodaux we go. And an game atmosphere is electric tonight.
What a football game. Lutcher Chad Carter's going to gain 11 yards to set up an early scoring opportunity for the Bulldogs.
And LeJean Manuel carries. He stopped short of the goal line. He broke his right leg on the play.
That's a shame. Poor kid. That's a tough thing.
And he's had a big year for him.
He has. 4th and goal. E.D. White's defense 0-0 still at this point.
Second quarter action. Lutcher's Brad Zeller would keep it, but he fumbles. Sid Bourne recovers for E.D. White as the ball comes loose and the guys in red have it.
And here we're going to see late in the half, Zeller again is going to have an opportunity, but fumbles it, and Riley Meehan recovers for the E.D. White Cardinals. This is a battle at halftime, 0-0.
But in the second half, fireworks, and all of them, just about all of them, belong to the Bulldogs. 37-8 over E.D. White. Vanderbilt 38, Plaquemine nothing, and Boothville Venice rolls on 59-6 over Gaines. This afternoon, Forche trying to stay unbeaten against the Easton Eagles.
We're going to see the Forche Tarpons up here 6-0 in the first quarter with Easton in a long, 3rd and long. Derek Tate is hit by Charles Smith. He's going to fumble the ball. Forche is going to recover to Easton 27.
2 plays later, Everett Williams goes 27 yards for the score. High stepping it in there. 2-point try, good, and a 14-0 Forche lead.
There was just no offense. Easton could not get it going. Here we're going to see Tate get drilled by Derek Bannister for Forche, playing good defense.
And they keep it up the entire game as Forche holds off Easton with a goal line stand in that game as well, 20-0. It was Nichols 20, McDonough 35-8, and a wild one, a dull chase. The Cardinals prevail over Port Sulphur 28-27. This is a night of 1-point games here in Friday Night Football. Week 7 for Scholar Athletes, and no drop-off in the caliber of student. Scholar Athletes sponsored by Pepsi and Pepsi School Caps. Tim Ezel introduces us to Shaw's Ricky Wilson.
Success on the field is nothing new to Shaw's Ricky Wilson. The all-district safety is a 3-year starter, and his work ethic hasn't gone unnoticed by his coach.
Everything he does is full speed. He practices hard. He's always on time. He works hard. He never takes a play off. He gets a lot of reps. And he just sets a great example for our young players.
As a senior, I just feel I have to take a leadership role and play the best I can and lead by example, not by my talking.
His stats in the classroom speak volumes. He carries a 4.2 GPA and scored a 25 on the ACT.
Play good in the football field, and you put it in the classroom, put just as much hard work in the classroom work, you'll do just as good.
Shaw's Ricky Wilson is working to be on top of the pile, and he's this week's Scholar Athlete.
Okay, Tim, Pepsi will donate 500 Pepsi School Caps to Shaw High School in the name of Ricky Wilson. If your principal or counselor would like to nominate a Scholar Athlete, write us here at WGNO TV, 2 Canal Street, New Orleans, 70130.
Don't go away. Stick around for more Friday Night Football on WGNO 26.
Only Popeyes could bring you this New Orleans original. Introducing Jambalaya. That's right, Jambalaya. This hearty dish has been a Big Easy favorite for generations. It's loaded with slices of spicy andouille sausage and fluffy rice, all in a specially seasoned tomato sauce. So try Popeye's new Jambalaya. You'll be back for more, and more, and more. Now get 10 pieces, 4 biscuits, and 16 ounces of our new Jambalaya for just $9.99. Popeyes.
Our Scholar Athlete of the Week award is sponsored by the New Orleans Pepsi-Cola bottler. Pepsi-Cola is dedicated to supporting the youth of Louisiana, and this fall has begun a new program to support education called Pepsi School Caps. Any primary or secondary school in the New Orleans area may participate. Just save the blue cap from bottles of Pepsi, Diet Pepsi, and Mountain Dew, and Pepsi-Cola will donate 5 cents to that school for each cap. $250,000 is being made available locally through this program. WGNO and Friday Night Football salute the Pepsi School Caps program.
As Miss USA, I went through lots of states. So did my hair. Fortunately, I have a system. Pantene's Pro V Conditioning Shampoo and Treatment Conditioner. The special provitamin formula penetrates my hair inside and out with the deep conditioning I need for strong, shiny hair. Pantene's Pro V system, for hair so healthy it shines. If winning looks, get with the system.
When it comes to rotisserie chicken, no one slow cooks it like Luther's. Plump, tender, juicy, and bursting with flavor. That's the way we've been cooking chicken for nearly 20 years.
And right now at Luther's, get a whole rotisserie chicken big enough for 2, complete with your choice of our fresh side orders and Luther's famous onion loaf, all for just $11.99. That's right, rotisserie chicken dinner for 2, just $11.99.
If you haven't been to Luther's lately, come taste what you've been missing.
Louisiana good.
This week's Sweet 16 top college prospect is Honville quarterback Clifton White. Heading into Week 7, White was 31-3 as a starter, leading the Tigers to the 1992 4A state championship. Clifton ran for 9 scores and threw for 6 more as a junior. The All-District, All-Metro selection is slated as a wide receiver, defensive back, or running back at the next level. Arkansas, Tulane, LSU, Oklahoma, Vandy, and Mississippi State are keeping a close eye on Honville's Clifton White.
Welcome back to Friday Night Football. Ed Daniels and the coach J.T. Curtis. Let's check out, Coach, the rest of our Friday scores here on Friday Night Football. At Milton, Florida, bad news for Clark. They lose by 50. Redeemer 33, Country Day nothing. And Ridgewood by a point over Ecole Classique 15-14. Elsewhere on our board at the Dome, West St. John's go to their semi-home field 36-14 over Kennedy. Reed in the second, Abramson 14-6. And Amite beats St. Helena 54-12. Sumner 22, Pine 16. And Independence over the Kangaroos of Kentwood 47-21. Back with a page from our prep playbook, and that's a mouthful, but first our teen report as we continue on Friday Night Football on WGNO TV, Channel 26.
Highlights from the battle with the Chargers on the next Saints sideline.
Most things aren't big enough to handle 7 feet 2 inches.
And I ordered the big breakfast.
How does that feel?
Oh, watch your head, Mr. O'Neill.
There is one notable exception. The Big Slam from Pepsi. A bigger Pepsi for bigger thirsts.
Ain't life grand?
You got the right one, Louisiana.
Hey, New Orleans, did you know that McDonald's All-American Meal is at the everyday low price of just $1.39? That's a delicious McDonald's cheeseburger with a small order of fries and a small Coke, all for just $1.39. The All-American Meal, just $1.39 every day.
Now buy any McDonald's extra value meal and for 39 cents more, supersize it for more fries and more drink. And get a super ticket that could win you one of 200 Super Bowl trips for 2.
Free Super Bowl tickets? Yeah, where's the sport in that? First in line for supersized.
Excuse me, Shuddy! Ow!
In the NFL, there's only one sports drink, and it's gotta be Gatorade.
It's almost 11 o'clock. Do you know where your kids are? Hi, I'm Andre Trevine of WGNO-TV. The city's new enforcement of the curfew on juveniles is designed to protect your kids. Please, make sure they're safe at home.
Their dream house became a nightmare of supernatural terror. Patty Duke in the incredible true story of grave secrets, the legacy of Hilltop Drive.
Saturday at noon. After that teen report, we're all ready to lay back and sip a little cappuccino. Chill, as they say. But let's go now to a page from our prep playbook, sponsored by Popeye's famous fried chicken and biscuits. And, Coach, it comes from Eric at East Jefferson.
I'm going to tell you, this play is going to get the biscuits and the chicken. 3 seconds to he switches it up. He puts DB Corey Henderson at quarterback, puts Tank Coleman at receiver. Henderson lofts it deep. We're going to see it come down. It's going to be tipped in the air. It's going to be caught by Eric's Reggie White. He backs his way into the end zone. 55-yard touchdown. But Ed, EJ prevailed, 15-14. What a night of upsets in Friday Night Football.
And a lot of one-point games as we finish off Week 7 of Friday Night Football. The Curtis Band will help us say goodnight. Good night for all of us at WGNO Sports.
Friday Night Football, brought to you by McDonald's, where what you want is what you get.